My name is Hailee. I play football with the Regina Riot on the offensive line, and then today we are at Trench Fitness. I played multiple different sports, and being in a male-dominated sport, you're almost overlooked, especially like I played high school football, and you had to earn your spot on the team when no one else had to. And when I was at the same level as everyone and had the same strengths as everyone, but I had to prove to everyone and be even more mentally tough and physically tough. It's not really talked about, I guess, like just because we are so small, we're such a small community. It's more so like making sure that your culture of your team is like positive, which is very tough as being in a 45-player team, whereas not everyone will get along, not everyone has the same interests, but you need to find those people and you need to find one thing that you all get along with, and just even like connecting with your coaches and everything helps as well. Honestly, I wouldn't say we are really provided with anything. I guess we have people to talk to, but mainly all of our coaches are males, more dominant to you, where it's very scary to talk about it, or it's hard to talk about it. The only point where it would be talked about is like if you were to have a concussion, and then you would have to be talking to your trainers, and then it is just a continuous ongoing thing. Whereas if you don't go through that, you won't experience that. To have the females, or to have friends, not just coaches, but they're friends, and they're people that you're willing to talk to and are willing to talk to you, and like mental health is not a scary thing to talk about, or it is not something that is overlooked. It's something that is talked about all the time and is important to perform better. I've been asked those questions multiple times because it is a male-dominated sport. Like even when I played high school, like they would all just say like, "Oh, so you play flag or you play touch?" So then I had to like prove myself constantly and say, "No, I play tackle," and like tell people like where to look at it. And it bothers me because it's not an even playing field. Like not everyone can play the same sport or play the same thing. The language that past coaches have used has impacted my mental health, just because they're so used to coaching males that it's totally different than coaching females, and more aggressive than coaching females. So they'll think that they can say one thing, but to a woman or a female, it is totally different than how a male would take it. Being that friend, being that person that I can talk to outside of football, or like after practice or even before practice, just asking like, "How are you doing today?" or what did you all do today? Like they're not just worried about who I am as a football player, but they're also worried about who I am as a person. My mental health in my everyday life impacts my mental health coming into sport, and it's not just that ability just to leave it off the field or leave it off the court. It will impact me throughout the game, throughout practice and everything. So it can't just be overlooked. Even though it didn't happen at practice, it's still a problem.